The Score, the place for local sports, now presents another live local broadcast of high school sports. No one does more live local play-by-play than The Score does. Local Sports on The Score is brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Connected Credit Union, building lifelong relationships. Get connected, stay connected. KVFCU, invested in you. Skowhegan Savings Bank, making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Tire Center, they beat any price. Route 201 Skowhegan. Flagship Cinemas, a better cinema experience. See you at the movies. KMD Driving School in Oakland, teaching your kids to drive for over 25 years. SBS Carbon Copy, Main Street, Waterville, where printing is personal, not puzzling. Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer. We dig dirt. Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Computer Improvements in Skowhegan. From sales of computers and accessories to service, we are your go-to computer store. Heights Chevrolet in Skowhegan. Our family is here for your family. Your team from your town plays here. Now with a play-by-play, here's Mike Violet and AJ Knight.
It is considered by many to be the high school field hockey rivalry in the state of Maine, and the rematch happens this morning here in Skowhegan. Good morning and welcome to Skowhegan Area Memorial High School, where this morning on The Score we have got a classic Class A North field hockey matchup right now between the number 1 Skowhegan Riverhawks and the number 3 Messalonskee Eagles. Welcome to our broadcast. I'm Mike Violet along with AJ Knight, and a great scene this morning. This field in absolutely magnificent shape. We've got a sunny, albeit a little chilly morning, but it's going to warm up as we go through. But we got a hot rivalry, that's for sure, on the field. They played back on September 24th. It's in the Score archives on our YouTube page. It's also in the vault at centralmainsports.com. It didn't go to 1 overtime. It went to 2 overtimes before Skowhegan won it.
Skowhegan didn't win it.
Excuse me, before Messalonskee won it. My bad.
Second straight year, as Alexa Bain shared on her senior profiles. We have senior day here today for the Skowhegan Riverhawks, but Alexis Bain and Messalonskee shared that her favorite memory was, of course, beating the Skowhegan Riverhawks for the second year in a row.
Yeah, that's always a highlight for the Messalonskee Eagles. They come after each other, and the great thing about this rivalry is it's a very respectful rivalry. The kids have played a lot of field hockey together on the way up, and now they play against each other. So Alexa Kakamo decided the game for Messo in double overtime back on September 24th, and these teams have continued to roll on and defeat everybody in the way. So today basically is a battle to finish number 1, AJ.
Yeah, I mean, much like last year, right? Skowhegan loses at Messalonskee in the regular season. I think it was their only regular season loss. They meet here late in the season to decide the region title. Skowhegan wins, then Skowhegan goes on to take care of business, beats Messalonskee at Messo, though, quote, neutral field in the region finals, and potentially shaping up like that, though in the middle, just to give them their respect. Sitting at number 2, as Mike said, 1-3 today. 2 is those Brewer Witches, who did beat this Skowhegan team but did lose to this Messalonskee team.
We talked the other night when we were doing Class B North field hockey down in Augusta at Fuller Field with the Coney Rams about how you can throw a blanket over the top 5 or 6 in Class B North. Well, you can pretty much do the same thing in Class A North. You have Skowhegan at 1, Brewer right there nestled in at number 2, Messalonskee is at number 3, Mount Ararat. We've seen Mount Ararat come up to Oakland and beat Messalonskee. The Mount Blue Cougars are back. Hashtag Mount Blue is back in field hockey. They're also very, very good. They have given everybody heck this year. They're 9-4-0, and even Camden Hills is tough at 6-5-1. So my point here is there are no easy games, and today is going to be proof positive of that between these two teams.
Yeah, again, I think coming into the season, it'd be curious to see what people thought. My running joke was it seemed like weak Skowhegan going to do this. Then the Riverhawks lose at Messalonskee, who then followed that up by beating Mount Blue. They beat, I think, Brewer right after that. That game also went into overtime, just a single one. I thought, okay, Messalonskee's here. Then they get beat by Belfast, and here we are at basically the end of the season. And shocker, who's on top of the Class A North standings? It's Skowhegan yet again.
The goaltenders are obviously key. We've got Adriana Pettengill, a junior in goal today for Messalonskee. She is kind of the rudder. She's steady. She's always there. Kaori Kenyon, on the other hand, certainly is the backstop of a great team, but she is the epitome of a risk taker in goal. Messalonskee is hoping that she takes a needless risk. I don't know what an needless risk is, but a needless risk, and they're able to do what other teams have done from time to time, and that is take advantage of sometimes a needless risk.
Yeah, she plays out a lot further out of the box than we've seen in that we've seen out of a lot of goalies. The only one I could think of is last year. I can't remember who it was. Coney was playing somebody, and that goalie played way out of the box, and it ended up being a little bit of a detriment that game. Coney was a really good team last year, as they are this year. But, I mean, the thing is that Skowhegan, as we've seen, has done what they need to in terms of protecting Kenyon. We'll see when it comes to crunch time, like this game potentially could be today, how much seasoning she's got with the way that Skowhegan possesses the ball. But Skowhegan hasn't lost in regulation. Skowhegan hasn't lost at home. So Kenyon seems like she's in line for maybe a uneventful day yet again. We saw Lawrence come up here and do nothing.
And we've got a surface change for Messalonskee. They go from the comfort of playing on artificial turf at home at Veterans Field to playing on the grass here at Skowhegan Area Memorial High School. It is always something that is a transition, at least to start the game, and sometimes you never really sort of get it. We've seen teams come up here and not hit the ball squarely because of the change in the turf.
Yeah, again, I think it obviously moves slower. Grass is going to be a little bit longer, so I think you have to sort of change what you're normally used to. I think that's the biggest thing that has stood out to me is sort of the muscle memory has led to topping the ball more because of the adjustment that's had to be made and not making flush contact. And it's a big advantage for Skowhegan. I mean, a ton of the teams we've seen, this Messalonskee team, they play on the fast track, so it's a big adjustment. It makes this place tough to play. That being said, Skowhegan went to Oakland, and they struggled inversely. I thought they didn't hit the ball well in Oakland, ended up going to double overtime, which is about as close as it can be. And we have some highlights we could show you before we get into the game. But, yeah, field surface is a big deal because it's just a change of your muscle memory.
And I had an email exchange with Messalonskee coach Katie Brin yesterday. She said, we're looking good heading into the game today, coming off that 4-1 win over Oxford Hills. And this is the point she made, which was an opportunity to get some grass experience before we go to Skowhegan. Then she wrote, going from turf to grass is always hard, but we know what adjustments we need to make now. She also mentioned that she is happy with team chemistry and overall in our transition game from defense to attack. They've got balanced scoring, and she mentioned Addie Hatford, who is a sophomore who's really come a long way this year from being a sometime starter to being a full-time starter and somebody who scored a game-winning goal against Mount Blue last week.
Yeah, I think that's initially coming into the season, knowing how young Skowhegan was, especially as we cover mostly Central Maine. I thought Messalonskee was their region to lose this year because unlike Skowhegan, who graduated a ton of talent, had to break in a lot of new faces, Messalonskee brought back a ton of talent from last year's region final teams, and then Bell, Hafford, who played stretches last year. Bell played, I think, some big stretches in the region finals. thought they were some newcomers that added some more juice, and so even though they had lost some talent, they're bringing back a ton of experience, especially at Pettingill and goal, and have some new firepower. But Messalonskee has struggled at times. They just go through these stretches where they don't score. And that's not to say that Skowhegan blows teams out, but Skowhegan's really consistent. They just don't let people score, so they can get away being a lower-scoring team. Just to point out, Mike, so Skowhegan started the season with a loss to Brewer. It was in overtime. After that, they go 4-0 with a 16-0 goal advantage. They shut out the next 4 opponents. They then lose in double overtime to Messo. Since then, 7-0, 22-5 goal advantage. They just do not let you score the ball. And Messalonskee in stretches, we heard the coach talk about it at the beginning of the season, that Mount Ararat, and I believe it was Winthrop, I think they both lost back-to-back, 1-0. And she told us in both those in the games, we outshot them, we had more penalty corners, we just didn't execute. And that today, it'll cost you the game.
Messalonskee definitely has to execute as well as they have all year at the offensive end. We're about 10 minutes away from actually getting started here today. It is senior day this morning here at Skowhegan Area Memorial High School, so all of the seniors are going to be introduced along with their parents as well. We will take a timeout. More of our pregame show from Skowhegan before Messalonskee and Skowhegan get it on in Class A Northfield hockey. We'll be back right after this.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher,
an HVAC technician,
pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect,
physical therapist,
I'm going to be a lawyer,
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor,
a machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer,
an athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Mid-State Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Mid-State Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
At Haight Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Haight Chevy. Haight Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Haight family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a bi-weekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
For the safety of you and your family, 201 Tire Battery and Service on Riverside Drive in Vassalboro offers only the best and most reliable tires and batteries, including used batteries for your ride, cars, motorcycles, and more. And tires for everything. Tractors, lawnmowers, your car and truck, custom rims? Yup, of course. Open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 until 5, Friday till 3. Pet friendly with free battery testing and complimentary ice cream. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta Vassalboro line.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost. And for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack-of-all-trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder, or a farmer, or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. 'Cause every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
Refi your ride at Connected Credit Union. Lower your current rate by as much as 1.5% and earn up to $300 cash back when you refinance your auto or recreational loan with us. This offer ends November 15th. Contact our loan team today for your best deal or apply online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA. Member eligibility required. Consult with a loan officer for more information.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher,
an HVAC technician,
pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect,
physical therapist,
I'm going to be a lawyer,
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor,
a machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer,
an athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Mid-State Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Mid-State Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
At High Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Haight Chevy. Haight Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Haight family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a bi-weekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
For the safety of you and your family, 201 Tire Battery and Service on Riverside Drive in Vassalboro offers only the best and most reliable tires and batteries, including used batteries for your ride, cars, motorcycles, and more. And tires for everything. Tractors, lawnmowers, your car and truck, custom rims? Yup, of course. Open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 until 5, Friday till 3. Pet friendly with free battery testing and complimentary ice cream. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta Vassalboro line.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost. And for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Well, we are back. Thanks for hanging with us. Mike Violet, AJ Knight, the Rigney family here as well. We are just about set for field hockey this morning between the Skowhegan Riverhawks and the Messalonskee Eagles. As always, our broadcast brought to you by Central Maine Community College, more than just a community college, with over 40 academic degrees and certificates, one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now. This game starts now. The officials today, Wendy Barassa and Rod Hall. And we are set for field hockey between number 1 Skowhegan and number 3 Messalonskee.
Yes. Sorry. There's a lot of went into.
Thanks for validating that, AJ. I appreciate it.
They don't call me the best color man in the business for nothing.
Skowhegan in the white with the black numerals and the Messalonskee Eagles in the red, trimmed in the blue and the white. And we are set to go down to our right, Kaori Kenyon, down to our left, Hendon goal, Adrian Pettengill. And this classic matchup between Skowhegan and Messalonskee is ready to go. Messalonskee won in double overtime on September 24th, 2-1. It is whacked in by Lexus Bain, and it's right out of bounds into the crowd. As you can see, we have a crowd here today. This is the marquee field hockey game in the state, without a doubt, on this absolutely gorgeous morning of October 19th. Back in the zone, Sedalia Savage works it up. A scrum over there. Ellie Quinn joins the fray, headed to Shenandoah College. Is it college or university? I forget which one.
I believe it was college.
Okay. Down in Virginia. And the Riverhawks have it in the offensive zone. That is Ellie Quinn right there. Quinn down the left side. Quinn trying to play it ahead. We get a restart here. It's going to go right back now to Charlotte Haney. Haney whacks it inside the circle. Loose there. We get a restart. It's going to go back to Messalonskee.
This game is huge, obviously, for the obvious, because Skowhegan wins, they lock up the region championship again in the regular season. Messalonskee, I think, needs to win more so to try and chip away some of the mystique of Skowhegan, because they don't win this game. I don't think anybody's going to get them, and they're just going to go represent the North and State again.
Here's a steal by Grace Mayo. Mayo, middle of the field, right outside the line, puts it inside the line, where it is stopped there by Miranda Wrigley. Far side, though, for Skowhegan. Deja Alvarico. We have got a clarification on that from Deja herself, who messaged us and said it's just like deja vu. Deja vu. Deja vu. So there we go, Deja Alvarico. Midfield, Messalonskee works it in the offensive zone. Stopped on the far side, but a restart right in front of the crowd there. And it's going to go to Skowhegan. No score just underway. We're a minute and 50 seconds in. Starting it for Skowhegan, Jaden Dodge. Dodge all the way down the sideline as that ball walks the tightrope, if you will. In the corner, Quinn comes out of there with it. Quinn to the circle. Quinn blindsided. Ball is loose, and we're going to get a penalty corner here for Skowhegan.
And this year, these have kind of been a bit of an adventure. We've seen a lot of these that just that first pass has skipped a stick or come out too hard.
And Quinn will distribute. Sedalia Savage on the edge, closest to the camera. Right beyond her, Faith Pease. Goes to neither of them, goes way back out deep to Mayo. Mayo touches it over, winding up Dodge. The shot is blocked, but it's loose right there. Shooting it is Sedalia Savage, and we're going to get it to go to Messalonskee.
That whistle before even Savage could gather it up is I think it hit a body, and that's what deflected it to Savage.
That one is an aerial. Yeah, Savage had the stick back ready to let it go, and the whistle was blown. Here's a restart here for Haney. Haney smokes it inside to Quinn. Quinn turns, fanned on the shot partially, didn't get all of that. And riding it out of there for the Messalonskee Eagles is Miranda Wrigley. Skowhegan ball, though. Riverhawks all of a sudden have turned up the offense here and have had the edge in the last minute or so. It rolls in front. Quinn tries to get it. Outside the circle to Dodge. Dodge shot is blocked, and we have got another penalty corner. So 2 already for Skowhegan.
Skowhegan's doing a nice job putting on the pressure again. It's for stretches. This Messalonskee team's offense is kind of hit or miss. I had a fun fact for you too, Mike. Only one team has scored more than 1 goal against Skowhegan, and not one, and that was York, who recently lost 4-3.
Okay. AJ's fun fact brought to you by no one as of yet, but we're working on it. Back out deep it goes to Mayo. Mayo, edge of the circle to Dodge. Dodge gets it inside. We've got a hand up by the official, and we're going to do it again.
Already the third penalty corner. Still no shots on goal yet.
So Adriana Pettengill with her mates in the goal. Penalty corner number 3. Quinn with Sedalia Savage on the edge. Haney is next. This goes to Savage. Savage looks at it, winds up a shot there, and a save is made by Pettengill. That one was smoking, and it's out. It'll go to Messo. So our first shot on goal is a beauty.
And no surprise, comes from a person who, besides maybe Lexus Payne, has probably the hardest shot on the field.
There's an aerial by Messo. Sticks up trying to get it down. Whistle there is hopping into the fray was Chloe Massey. It's going to go to Skowhegan as Mayo. Mayo right inside, trying to go to the net there to Pease, and it was just a little too far ahead. That was close. So Messalonskee trying to withstand the pressure here. Skowhegan has certainly turned the volume up.
There's one thing you know, if you're Pettengill, you got to watch number 11. She loves to get backside and try and find those redirects.
That aerial did not work. Mayo steals to Quinn right on the edge of the circle, trying to back in, and they blow it. And it is going to go to Messo. Another aerial up the left side. Eagles trying to mount an attack. Sophia Ventimiglia, who's been one of their great players this year, the junior forward, working it on the far sideline there against Sophie Noyes, one of the Skowhegan seniors on it before today's game. Messo's got something cooking here. Eagles work it in. I believe that is Addie Hafford on the far side. Taken away from her, though. Restart for Messalonskee. 9:15 to go in the first period. No score. Messo with their first real pressure of the game. Down low, Hafford sweeps it to the middle. Trying to get it through there is Sophia Ventimiglia. We're going to get a penalty corner here for Messo, their first of the game.
One of the things, too, you talked about, it was senior day. They honored the seniors of Messalonskee before they got, of course, the festivities of Skowhegan seniors. And I talk about how much talent Messo brought back from last year. They only have like 3 seniors on this team, too.
They are loaded for the future. Both schools are going to be good for a long time. I have no idea who's doing the distributing here. Can't see a number from that far. And from where she is. 8.5 minutes to go. Messo, penalty corner number 1. It goes all the way outside. They play it back and a whiff. Messo had what they wanted, but a whiff, and it's cleared out by Quinn, still with a mask on. She's ready for Halloween. And up to midfield, Skowhegan works it out. Nice stick handle up there by Deja Alberico. Alberico left it for Noyes. Noyes fires it in. Quinn hustles up and gets ahead of the play. Knocks it inside the circle. Wrigley is there. Ball is loose. Quinn trying to back in, turns, and the shot wide.
That penalty corner, Messalonskee wanted to fake it through, and then they were going to draw the defense out of the circle and go right back to that fake. And then when she went to the pass, just came back to her too hard, hit her ankle, and it's quickly going the other way.
All right, Messo trying to work it up and out. We are almost halfway through the first. 7:40 remaining in the first period. No score. Certainly the territorial edge in favor of Skowhegan thus far. Restart for Jaden Dodge. Boy, she had some muscle behind that. It goes inside. Messalonskee with a defensive breakdown. The shot is a glove save there by Pettengill. That was a great opportunity for Skowhegan. The Riverhawks buzzing the goal. Back it goes to Dodge. Dodge with some muscle on that. It's blocked at the edge of the circle. Swept out. Left side, Hafford hustles up. Missed it. And it's picked up by the Skowhegan Riverhawks. Over to Mayo. Mayo in the middle. It's a restart for Messo. Some furious action here.
And much like most opponents that come to Skowhegan, Messalonskee struggling to find offense. They did get a penalty corner, but just struggling to find offense.
All right, Miranda Wrigley goes right into her bench trying to run it down. Could not. Restart here for Haney as Skowhegan plays quickly. They get it ahead to Pease. Pease, the sophomore goal scorer. She's had 4 in a game this year. Tries to backhand it in front. Pettengill kicks it out. And we got a penalty corner. Number 4. So 4-1 penalty corners so far in favor of Skowhegan. Ellie Quinn will go do her duty. Sedalia Savage on the edge. Next to her is Haney. No score, penalty corner number 4. Quinn ready. Deals. Up top to Haney. Goes right through her to Mayo. Mayo back inside over to Jaden Dodge. And it is out of the circle by Messalonskee. Back in the circle by Noy. Still loose. Swept up there, and the Eagles sweep it out. They get the clear. But Skowhegan, the heat is on, baby. They are certainly winning the battle of the ball so far. They are getting loose balls, and they're turning them into offense. Now here's Messo on the restart. Right around Haney. Excellent play there by Zoe Gilbert. Got it up to the line. Can Messalonskee convert on it, though? They'll have a restart here with 5:15 to go. Jumping right on it is Gilbert. Gilbert with Wrigley. That shot is tapped down by the blade there of Charlotte Haney. Haney smacks it out. Man, she has developed some power in her shots and passes, hasn't she? We got a foot race here. Look at Pease trying to close, and she cannot. Now she gets it on the steal. Faith Pease trying to center it. She did, and Lexus Bain is there to save the day for Messalonskee. Bain to the sideline. Jumping right on her is Haney. Restart here for Messo. Boy, some furious action, huh?
Yeah, Pease is like that deep receiver. Even if she's not open, just chuck it down there and see if she can win a foot race, because more often than not, she's got a pretty good shot.
Jaden Dodge back in her own zone. Smacked it. It hits the backside of Sophie Frost. She's all right, though. Goes through Haney and out. It'll be a Messo ball. Delia Withy. We'll leave it there for Bain. Bain with a big stick that she has. Lexus looking it over, the senior, who's been so good for Messalonskee. That wasn't very good, though. Haney able to steal that.
Again, you mentioned it pregame, just the switch going from turf to grass.
It's a transition. Sometimes it takes a period or two. Up ahead to Pease. Look out. Pease with her speed. Drags it down. Pease stops looking for a pass. It's blocked by Messalonskee. Eagles to the near side. And Messalonskee with an opportunity here to work it out. Not by Laura Nunn, who just jumped into the game. A freshman. How about that?
That's one of the things we've seen. The lineup for Skowhegan has changed since the beginning of the season. Nunn's played more, and then
Sydney Perkins as well.
Perkins has been a bigger factor than we saw at the beginning of the season.
Sydney is...
I didn't see her out there. Or you haven't called her yet.
Yeah. All right, there's one ahead, and poking at it there and just missing it is Olivia White. Olivia White had a golden opportunity and just couldn't get a blade on it. Yeah, I don't see Sophie Perkins suited up.
Worth noting, injuries, not sure, obviously didn't hear much from Coach Daddy ahead of this one, focus on this one, but sickness, we've heard that the last couple weeks, been going around all the teams.
All right, back it goes to Sedalia Savage. We haven't called her name yet. She blasts one in. Deflects inside the circle. Messalonskee fans on the attempt to clear. Emma Foster was there, but it doesn't matter. It's a restart. Knocked down by Lauren Nunn at midfield. Messalonskee able to jump on it, but jumping back into the place of Dahlia Savage. Savage, though, has to leave it. It's a Messo restart. 2:40 left in a fast and furious first period. This is Gilbert. Over on the edge of the circle. A slip, another slip. It is a little damp out there from the morning dew.
On the drive up 201, it's pretty foggy in some stretches.
Yeah.
It was moist this morning.
It's going to take a while for the sun to get up here and to dry things out a little bit, warm things up. You can feel it happening, but still, it's not all the way done yet. And back is Lexus Bain to save the day. No, Quinn to the net. Quinn to Pease right at the doorstep, and she couldn't tip it in.
That was a heck of a defensive play from Quinn, as you see on the Mid-State Machine Instant Replay.
Quinn's having a game today.
And I think Pease was just a little bit surprised that was coming to her.
All right, what are we getting here? Restart? Yep. From the top. It'll go out to the 25. And it'll be Grace Mayo with a minute 40 left. Back to Sedalia Savage. Back to Mayo. Mayo inside the circle. It bounces. And a restart. Again, they're going to go back to the edge of the circle. Now to Savage. She's a nifty stick handle. Look at her. Look at the stick work by Savage. Got it inside the circle, but Skowhegan not able to convert on it. Savage is as good with a ball on the ground as anybody.
I think that was Dunbar. Nice defensive effort there to knock that away from Savage, who looked like she was going straight to Pettingill.
All right, working it up. Gilbert. Gilbert, right side for Delia Withy. Withy taken away by Nunn. Also there is Sophia Ventimiglia. Restart for Messo. Under a minute to go in the first. Lexus Bain will restart it. No score. Messo and Skowhegan. Battle of Class A Titans. A bomb there. Just juking her head back was Grace Mayo to make sure she didn't take one right in the bean.
Talk about getting into one.
There's a lot of girls who are getting into one here this morning. We've had some seriously hard passes and shots.
Well, I think early until you find that sweet spot, right? Because, again, talk about going from generally turf to natural grass. You're going to maybe overcompensate there. I think Bain got solid contact in, maybe a little overcompensating on the power.
Lauren Nunn all the way up, played smartly by Pease. Pease on the sideline, check there. Ball go out? Yeah, it did. Restart here for Lexus Bain. Final 10 seconds. Bain smacks it up. It's blocked at midfield. Skowhegan plays it back over. Quick whistle, restart, but they won't beat the buzzer. And that is it for the first period. A fast and furious first quarter between Messalonskee and Skowhegan. And predictable enough, the score at the end of one is Messalonskee 0, Skowhegan 0. You are watching and listening to the place for local sports, Sports Radio 1160 WSKW, The Score.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack-of-all-trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. 'Cause every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
0-0 Messalonskee and Skowhegan in Class A North Field hockey at the end of one. Our broadcast today brought to you by Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. By Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer, we dig dirt. And by Casella Waste for your residential and commercial trash pickup.
Don't forget, Mike, you got to break down the quarter for us.
I do. Thanks for reminding me of that. The first quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partners since 1984. The breakdown, penalty corners, 4 for Skowhegan, 1 for Messalonskee. Certainly Skowhegan with the better of it as far as penalty corners and also a territorial edge as well. First quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan. All right, let's go to the second, shall we? After a great first quarter, a lot of action. Quick restart here. They're going to roll it back out. And Messalonskee's going to play defense here as Lauren Nunn. That's an N as in none. Rolls all the way out to Pease. Pease to the forehand now. Faith Pease, the sophomore. Back now to Haney. Back to Pease. She shovels it down the sideline very effectively there. Now a steal by Messalonskee, but a restart here for Charlotte Haney. Haney smokes it inside the circle. Looking there for Quinn, or check that that's Deja Alberico now, not Quinn, playing on that side. Quinn is in the middle, about 10 feet in front of the net. She's there along with Haney, and Pease is right on the doorstep. Restart here for Skowhegan. That's Sophie Noyes on the far side. No score. Skowhegan and Messalonskee here early in the second. Noyes checked. Noyes right along the baseline there, but a give up, and it's going to go to the Messalonskee Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, no surprise. This matchup has 1-0, 2-1 max written all over it.
It sure does. 1-0 in overtime or 2 overtimes like the first time.
Wouldn't surprise me.
All right, Quinn inside the circle. Boxed out of there by Messalonskee, and it's out on the far side, and the Messalonskee crowd over there where Sophie Noyes will restart.
Tell you what, Oakland faithful traveled well.
It's not far.
It is early, though.
It is.
They could have just watched. I'm just saying, if you're there, you're here, and somebody didn't make it, they didn't want to get up. Central Maine Sports on YouTube, just saying.
Yeah, it was early for me, too. It was a late night and an early morning.
Mostly because of that.
But I didn't have the option of watching the game on YouTube because I had to do the game. You see? It was a quick turnaround. There's a bouncer that goes outside.
Yeah, shout out. We were up in this neck of the woods last night. Had a heck of a game between Madison and MCI.
Madison and MCI put on a show literally to the last play almost, and MCI wins it by a score of 13-12. We had some excitement there. A lot of exciting plays in a 13-12 football game.
It's true. Not to mention, I think our first legitimate controversial call this season.
Yes. Yep. That catch. Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, the Almeida catch.
Okay.
Which we had a pretty good angle on, and Mike had a good look where we're at in the bleachers.
Go back and see it in the vault at centralmainsports.com, and also on YouTube. We are at Central Maine Sports there. 0-0 here. Skowhegan advances it in. Up the far side, Deja Alberico. Nice stick handle there by Alberico. Takes it inside the circle to Quinn. Quinn back to the net. Now goes to the backhand. Now to the forehand. Look at the fancy moves there. Penalty corner coming.
That was a nice drive there by Deja to get herself set up there, get it to Quinn. Quinn couldn't quite handle it. I think was looking for the quick shot and then ended up just trying to gather and trying to find that rockaway. She went with the Olajuwon rock dream shake
there. There you go. Yeah, and then drop that step and go to the basket. Instead here, go to the net. 5-1 penalty corners now for Skowhegan. Quinn ready to rock and roll to Alberico. Tamps it down. Deja fires and scores! Check that, Sedalia Savage. Savage with a bomb just to the right of Adriana Pettengill, and Sedalia Savage blasts one in, and Skowhegan leads it 1-0.
That was absolute blast. Pettengill stuck that foot out. I think the grass gave a little bit of home field help here to Savage, and it caught a little bit of a bump, but she just hammered that one in.
Time of the goal, 3:26 of the second. Sedalia Savage gives Skowhegan a 1-0 lead. That's as hard a shot as I've seen this year.
She does not lack for power.
What's going on here? They count that? Yeah, okay. All right, they started. I don't know why the clock is running, but it is. That was kind of funky.
Looked like some kind of discussion between, was it Savage and the ref?
Yeah, Bain smacks it up. Stopped by noise. Check that was not Bain. It was Alexis, 19. Now back in the Skowhegan zone. Noise and Quinn have to give it up. Restart here for Messalonskee. Eagles down 1-0. Right at the edge of the circle. Dodge jumps out. Kaori Kenyon, as always, about, good 5-6 yards out of the net. And it's a penalty corner here for Messalonskee.
Just their second. And, man, do they need it.
They do. It's only 1-0, but Skowhegan has had all the momentum.
Well, it's that, and again, Skowhegan just is I think they've given up more than one goal in 3 games, I believe, and they've gone 1-2. One of them, of course, was the double overtime loss to Messo.
All right, here's the penalty corner. To the top of the circle. A slide over to Elsie Bell. Bell trying to get it. Defended well. Haney jumps in, and it is going to stay with Messalonskee, not a penalty corner. They're going to restart it.
And again, that was set up by the fact that pass just didn't get anything on it. So Smith was able to jump up against Bell and defend.
All right, Wrigley laid it over. Shot is blocked in front. Ridden out of there by Skowhegan. Messalonskee sticks with it. Rolls out. Eagles restart it here. Jumping up there is Zoe Gilbert. Gilbert fakes. Now goes. Little lift on the pass there to Wrigley. Wrigley runs it down in the corner. Wrigley slides it inside. That is the circle. But Skowhegan is there to ride it out. Mayo, we got a whistle and a penalty corner coming. Another one for Messo.
That one looked a little bit, not to say that Messo didn't earn that or that there wasn't a whistle, but that one looked more like a gift because Messo looked not in the organization at all.
So we are 5-3 penalty corners now in favor of Skowhegan.
And Messalonskee only wanted the first quarter, get back-to-back ones here, and they need them.
1-0, Skowhegan on a go by Sedalia Savage. Quick pass to the top. Little bobble there, though. There it is, wide open shot wide of Kaori Kenyon as Bain was there, and Lexus really didn't get what she normally gets on a shot. The feed from Miranda Wrigley.
And again, just struggled there to control the ball and make the timely pass.
Savage blasts a pass. That tips out of bounds. It went off Messalonskee.
A nice fan knocking that one down.
You got to be engaged if you're on either side of the field that close. Ooh, speaking of taking a ball right there, Ellie Quinn took one. She's all right.
And that one got up high, too. See it here on the Mid-State Machine replay. Whew. And it is not completely warmed up yet.
No, it's not.
It is still chilly here.
Savage, a stick handle. Sedalia with the Skowhegan goal. That one rolls in, a whistle, though, as it did.
And right before that pass, which actually a really nice pass.
We have made it up to 55 degrees in Skowhegan.
There's a little bit of a breeze, so I didn't quite feel that. I bet out in the sun a little bit better, though.
With a projected high later on of 69 degrees.
I had no idea how to dress today because it was 30 when I left the house, and it's supposed to be 65 before we get out of here.
Well, I should have learned my lesson last night wearing shorts to Madison, but I didn't. I wore them again today. I think I'm going to fare better today because I can tell you this. On October 18th in Madison at 9:30 at night, you should not be wearing short pants.
It was brisk.
By the time I got home to Lisbon, I believe I had started to warm up, but that's my bad. When am I going to learn? Here's a steal by Mayo. Skowhegan looking to add to that 1-0 lead. Jumping up is Haney, kept it alive. It is blown dead.
Haney, I think, there for the stick-on-stick contact, but again, just in reiterating, even though you don't get the shot out of that, I think you're just making Messalonskee feel the pressure because they're getting nowhere.
Good feed up to Ventimiglia, but Nunn jumps up and stops the play. Sophia's been quiet so far.
Nunn has really, really come, again, just a freshman, and wasn't even, I think, in the rotation really in the beginning of the year, has become a vital part of their back line.
She sure has. More talent coming up, and we haven't seen Perkins today for whatever reason. She is a youngster who's played all year.
I'm trying to see. I don't think she's dressed.
I don't either because she stands out because she's – no, maybe she is. Yeah, I do see her. She's right in the middle of the bench area.
Okay. Again, one of the things we've heard pretty much last 2 weeks when you've talked to coaches, illness has been running through our team.
Didn't get a chance to talk to Paula before the game, so not sure what the status of Perkins is. But Nunn, I'm going to get that right before it's over with. Lauren Nunn, another freshman, has stepped up and done a tremendous job. Restart here for Messo as the Eagles look for the equalizer, down 1-0, thanks to a goal by Sedalia Savage. for the Skowhegan Riverhawks. Running it down is Noyes. She will not be able to do so. Doesn't matter. It's Skowhegan's ball anyway. 6 minutes to go in the first half. A riser there by Dodge, knocked down. Skowhegan up 1-0, right side. Deja Alberico. Alberico on the restart. Nice stick handle. Blocked. Restart, though, for Deja. Alberico slides it up. Lays it back for Noyes. Sophie, a slapper. It's blocked. Edge of the circle. Trying to dig it out of there is Mayo. Mayo circles to the right, tries to reverse, and she's going to get a penalty corner out of it.
Yeah, that mistake by Messo. Mayo turned into the defense there, was able to possess it, and then that defender slapped across her stick. And that's an easy call there, I believe. I think it was Gilbert.
6 penalty corners now for Skowhegan to 3 for Messalonskee.
And the goal came off penalty corner.
Savage, who got it, watches it go by to Haney. Haney lets one go, looking for the tip in front. It was whizzing by Ellie Quinn, and it goes all the way to the edge of the track. But that's what Skowhegan wanted. They got what they wanted, and that was a clear shot at the goal.
Quinn back there, it was down their backside. Messalonskee, I think, had a good chance to at least keep that from going in. They played that one pretty well.
Steal by Haney. Skowhegan keeps buzzing. Quinn takes it down low. Turns a center right there in front. Nobody there but Red. And Messo able to clear it out. Far side, Hafford back in the game. Rides it up. She gets headed off at the pass there by Jaden Dodge. Restart. Dodge hits. Knocks the stick right out of Hafford's hands.
I think that'll send it the other way. I think that's an easy call.
It will. Even I know that one. Here comes Messalonskee. Stopped by Noyes. Coming down to 4 minutes left in the first half. It's 1-0 Skowhegan on a goal by Sedalia Savage.
Yeah, and Messo still not even got a shot on goal yet.
One little flurry, that's about it. The only dust-up they've had to being anywhere close to the cage. Restart for Noyes. Noyes inside the circle, rolls by, and Pettingill will let it roll by all the way the net.
I think that deflected off a Messo defender, though, so this should be a restart just outside the circle.
Indeed it is.
And it's just how it's been this first half. Skowhegan, and more Skowhegan possession.
Savage has to retreat. Savage looking it over. Up to Mayo. Grace lets it go. Goes all the way through, but it is not a goal. That is not a goal.
That's a risky I mean, there's a ton of traffic there, so I get it, but man, Pettingill, you better be sure that nobody touched that.
You got to go with the Mike Violet theory of goaltending. Never let one get by you. I don't care how harmless you think it is. It's a bad karma thing. I don't like it. 3 minutes to go in the first half. 1-0. Skowhegan on a goal by Sedalia Savage on a beautiful October morning to play.
That's an understatement.
Absolutely perfect. Not a cloud in the sky.
And again, going to be a nice day just to, breakfast and field hockey. A little bit chilly to start.
You got the rest of the day to do what you want. Watch some college football, playoff baseball. It's all good, man.
One of the best times in sport. If you're a sports fan, this is one of the best times.
One of the greatest times of the year, that's for sure. Up the far side, Deja Alberico. Working it over there. 2:20 left in the first half. Alberico to the net. To the top now, Mayo trying to get that pass. A battle for it there, and a good job by Wrigley.
That was some really good defense to stick with that.
And Messalonskee's had to do that much of the first half, play defense, because the offense just hasn't been there. Here's Mayo. Skowhegan is dominated. Mayo. Ball possession, big time, a tip up to Quinn. Oh! She swung and hit it into the net.
I don't think that counts.
No, it does not.
You can't play with your stick over your shoulder.
It does not, but given her father's baseball background, it was great to see.
That was the greatest non-goal that has ever existed.
It was fun to watch.
You know what that was? That was flashes of last year's Erskine Academy goal that ended up being our number one play of the season.
Lily Clark?
I believe
Is that who it was?
That bouncing ball that was about thigh high, she caught out of nowhere.
That was a great goal, one of the greatest we've seen. Penalty corner coming for Skowhegan. It was fun to watch there for Ellie Quinn.
Yeah, we can show it to you again.
I think she's a better hitter than her father was here at Skowhegan High School.
Fighting words.
Her father was a hell of a pitcher, though, that's for sure. Closed at the University of Maine.
That's pretty good.
He was good. Pitched professionally. College baseball pitching coach, D1. Quite a background. Back home now, selling real estate and watching his daughter play field hockey.
On Central Maine Sports, of
I
course.
think I saw him, though, out on the field in a Dallas Cowboys hat, and I'm not sure what the deal is there.
I don't like that.
Might have to have a conversation with him about that. Here's Haney, poor man. In front, trying to get it in, is Savage. And Savage, who's already got a goal, was right there trying to get another one. It's going to be a Skowhegan ball here with 25 seconds left in the second quarter. Got to hustle up. Put it down at the line. Mayo to Savage. Look out. Blast one up, and it's out. And that's probably going to run the clock out as it is down to 10 seconds. So Messalonskee on the quick restart. Wrigley up to Sophia Ventimiglia, and that is the end of a terrific first half of field hockey, Class A North style, between the Skowhegan Riverhawks and the Messalonskee Eagles. Our score at the half is Skowhegan 1, Messalonskee nothing. You're watching and listening to high school field hockey on the place for local sports, The Score.
Refi your ride at Connected Credit Union. Lower your current rate by as much as 1.5% and earn up to $300 cash back when you refinance your auto or recreational loan with us. This offer ends November 15th. Contact our loan team today for your best deal or apply online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA. Member eligibility required. Consult with a loan officer for more information.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Mike Violet, AJ Knights back here at Skowhegan Area Memorial High School. It is halftime. Time for our second quarter breakdown, though. It's brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. In the second period, the breakdown is this: Sedalia Savage scored. She scored at 3:26 on a blast off a penalty corner. Skowhegan 1, Messalonskee nothing. Penalty corners in the second, 3 for Skowhegan for a game total of 7, 2 for the Messalonskee Eagles for a game total of 3. Second quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
So, real quick, would you want to cut to just a reminder? So 1-0 here.
I'm sorry, I blew the I blew the intro here. We're going to go back to September 24th here. I gave you the signal too soon. We're going to go back to September 24th here and go back to that 2-1 win by Messalonskee over Skowhegan in double overtime. Near the circle, in the circle, goaltender is out. Score! Mayo up to Alberico. Once again ahead of the pack is Pease. The pass, Pease handles, no. Yes, she does. Pease to the net. Goes in. Pease, shot, saved there by Pettengill. Trips up a Meso player by accident on the stick handle. Continues to go inside the circle. Lays it over to Mayo. Mayo lines it up. It's a save there in front by the goalkeeper, Pettengill. To Quinn. Pass. Quinn comes away with it. Quinn right inside. Score! Faith Pease has tied it up. Now it's stolen back by Quimby. Now it's stolen back by Meso. Here is Ventimiglia. Ventimiglia, what a battle there with Quimby. Ventimiglia wins the battle. Ahead of the pack and coming out. Kenyon made the stop. A penalty corner for Meso. No, we're not. A restart.
Not quite.
My bad. Inside the shot. Score! Kenyon caught out of the net again. And Messalonskee wins it in overtime. So there, back to September 24th. Will we have a redo here today? Anything is possible. Halftime today brought to you by Hammond Lumber, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, HammondLumber.com. This is a 1-0 game, but it's been thoroughly dominated by the Skowhegan Riverhawks. They have had the edge all the way through.
Yeah, I mean, statistically, you mentioned the 7-3 penalty corner advantage. Shots on goal for Skowhegan, 0 for Messalonskee. They struggled even with
What's Skowhegan have?
4.
4-0.
4-0. Messalonskee struggled in their penalty corners, making crisp passes. They've tried to operate off the point, but even still with those penalty corners, just haven't had the chances. Like you said, Skowhegan has thoroughly dominated possession in the first half.
They have had the ball, and when they haven't had the ball, they've won the race to get the ball. The loose balls have all gone to Skowhegan. They have been on their game. Paula Dowdy's got to be extremely happy with the way that they have played. 1-0, the goal, by the way, by Sedalia Savage off a penalty corner. Just an absolute rocket of a shot. No chance whatsoever for Adriana Pettengill. It came at 3:26. Again, the penalty corner advantage is huge. Not huge. It's big. It's significant. 7 for Skowhegan and 3 for Messalonskee. So what's Messalonskee got to do in the second half? Win the battle to the ball and take it down and get some offense. We've seen Kaori Kenyon when she gets challenged sometimes and gets a little bit gutsy and comes out of that net, as you saw there on some of the highlights of game number 1. She's beatable.
Yeah, and I think Messalonskee should be experienced these games. I talked about it pregame. They're just not a team that blows people out, even as good as they are. They play a lot of mucked-up games where the scores, 3-1 is not an uncommon score for them. So they shouldn't be in an unfamiliar position. But the thing is, we saw this carbon copy of what we saw last year. Messalonskee gets the big win in the regular season at home. I think it was 2-1 in that game also against Skowhegan. They come here, I think it was last game of the season, for a winner takes the region championship. Skowhegan thoroughly wins that one, and then they meet in the region finals, and Skowhegan wins that one. And so it's curious to see because, again, I joked about it, but if I talked about yesterday when we were previewing this game, for the rest of Class A North and field hockey in general for Central Maine, felt like this game in particular, Messalonskee had a chance to make the narrative a little bit different. If not, Skowhegan holds on, then it feels like everybody's going to go, man, we don't get them this year. When the heck are we going to get them? Because they're so young. They're going to bring back a ton of talent next year that's now going to be experienced. And so they just got to find some crisp passes and get the ball into the offensive zone to start with.
Halftime brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, HammondLumber.com. We are halfway home in this great Class A North matchup. What holds, or what does the second half hold? We're going to find out. We'll be back with it after this. Messo and Skowhegan second half action next on The Score.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com, where printing's personal, not puzzling.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher,
an HVAC technician,
pediatric nurse. Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect,
physical therapist,
I'm going to be a lawyer,
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor,
a machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer,
an athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight back here at Skowhegan High School. Meso and Skowhegan ready to get back at it. The Score is your radio home for Maine hockey. The Black Bears a 2-1 win over Quinnipiac last night, trying to complete the sweep tonight. Game time 7 o'clock. That is a radio audio only game. Pregame 7 o'clock. Game time 7:30. AM 1160 WSKW. The Score, the old-fashioned extraterrestrial radio, as I like to call it, or you can stream it online, 1160thescore.com, or on the Score app, too, which you can grab now for free at Google Play or the App Store.
Yeah, and that you can listen, obviously, to all the high school broadcasts as well if you are unable to watch it.
In a car?
Say you're working or something. Shout out Andy Capwell for getting that on the air first night. And again, check it out, 1160score.com, centralmainsports.com, because we already have a hockey game for next Saturday and the Duke's basketball game scheduled. Those are going on Monday the 4th.
Yep, Duke and Maine, of course, Cooper Flagg's college debut against Maine on November 4th. All here on the Score, your radio home for Maine hockey, Maine women's basketball, Maine men's basketball as well. Right off the second half, Skowhegan right on the attack. And they get a penalty corner right out of the gate in the second half, leading here 1-0 on a goal by Sedalia Savage at 3:26 of the second. Messalonskee's. Skowhegan's got the penalty corner.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, just to make sure I know, because announcement next week is the last week of the regular season. Keep an eye on those same places. We mentioned Maine for our high school playoff schedule. And you can get to this after this play, but the region finals this year for field hockey is Coney, right?
I believe so.
Double checking.
All right, here's Quinn. Quinn to the top to Mayo. Mayo over on the right for Jaden Dodge. Dodge blocked. Dodge again inside the circle. There's Quinn making her magic. Check that. That's Savage. Savage goes down, and it's going to go to Meso.
She got tied up there. Curious to see if in the Midstate Machine replay we see what it is.
Here's Emily Dunbar to the middle. A sweep check there and a steal. Riding it in is Mayo. Mayo trying to get it ahead for Deja Albarico. Didn't connect. Goes to the corner. It's going to be a Messalonskee ball here in the corner.
Yeah, so worth noting with the field hockey finals, I'm pretty sure region finals being at Coney, going to be on Turf A, and then Coney's got a chance to play home.
There's noise to Quinn. Quinn backs it in. She's so good at that. Goes out, though. Going to be a Messalonskee ball here. 2 minutes into the second half, 1-0 in favor of Skowhegan. Sedalia Savage with a goal. Quinn steals. Quinn takes it inside. Centers, nobody there. Trying to poke it away, Messalonskee. And a penalty corner is forthcoming.
And that set up again by just a pass that not enough was on, and it just ends up rolling right to Quinn. And Quinn and Pease, especially Pease cutting in that backside. It's a deadly combination.
So Quinn will do the deal here. Ellie looking it over, waiting for the signal. Out to the top to Mayo. Mayo slides it back, reverse pass, gets it inside. The windup, the shot off the side of the cage, poked in on the rebound.
And I believe, based on the replay, Mike, Quinn.
That is Ellie Quinn, who poked another one out of the air. This one counts, though. Time of the goal, 2:47. And Ellie Quinn makes it 2-0 Skowhegan.
That might have actually, I didn't notice the first time. I thought that Pat and Gilly had a piece of that, but one more, take a quick look here.
Midstate Machine replay tells all.
Sorry, let me make sure I get the right one. I think that hit the post.
I think it did too.
Yeah, it did. I think Pettingill got a piece of it, hit post, and then Quinn was right there to smack it in.
All right, we are set to go. The referee just walked over. I was wondering if it was a contact lens that he handed to a Messalonskee coach, but it definitely was not. But some small thing.
This is the second brief referee delay after a goal because the same thing happened after Savage scored.
That one rolls all the way down, and Nunn wanted it to go out. It didn't. She smacks it up. It's stopped by Messalonskee. Eagles in desperate need of a goal. Down 2. If you don't get the next one, you are in serious trouble against Skowhegan.
Again, Skowhegan's only given up more than 1 goal, I believe, in 3 games this season, and they're 11-2?
That's Haney, yep. Haney trying to get it going over there. Restart for Skowhegan. Or, excuse me, for Messalonskee. They work it in, edge of the circle. Penalty corner? No, just a restart. Messalonskee with the ball deep. Got to make something happen. 11.5 minutes to go. Plenty of field hockey to play. Bain smacks it in. Loose ball there. The turn, the shot off the side of the net. Down is Kenyon looking for that loose ball. And it is Skowhegan's ball. They survive that little onslaught.
I think that hit post again.
Best chance of the day for the Messalonskee Eagles as they buzzed it up there. They have definitely turned it up. Here they go again. Inside the circle to Ventimiglia. Sliding over, it's loose. Hafford, and it is going to go to Skowhegan.
Show you one more time as they reset here, but I believe that hit post. Did you see this shot here? Kenyon might have got a piece of that. It's tough to see, but that definitely hit post as it came back into the field of play.
The Mid-State Machine replay tells all. Skowhegan on the restart. I don't know what we're waiting for. Clock is stopped. Here we go. Pass over. Noise. Right side for Deja Albarico. Deja can't keep it in play. It goes out. It belongs to Messalonskee. Here's Wrigley. Aerial, not so much. Did not work. Jaden Dodge has the restart. So main hockey tonight, pregame 7, face-off 7:30 from Alfond Arena. John Shields, Larry Mahoney with the call tonight. Maine winning last night over Quinnipiac 2-1.
Which I believe Maine is 11, and I want to say Quinnipiac's 8 in the polls.
I believe you're correct.
7, 8, something like that.
All right, Zoe Gilbert sealed off there by Quinn.
I've been watching the Mid-State Machine replay off the screen here just to see. I think that was just straight post. I don't think anybody got a piece of it, just tried to get it wide and couldn't get it inside enough.
Savage blasts one up. It rolls right by Adriana Pettengill. The all-knowing, all-seeing Mid-State Machine replay.
Thank you, Mid-State Machine. Where would we be without you? I'm not going to say who, but there is a high school that has definitely leaned on the Mid-State Machine instant replay to make sure that they PA announce the calls correctly. Not going to say which school, but there is one.
All right, Dodge smacked it right into Alexa Kakimo. It went out of bounds, but it went off Dodge. Now lining it up is Gilbert.
Say Messo did find a little flurry there.
They did.
Finally found some. Still no shots on goal.
That's their best offensive moments of the game. Pass up to Mayo. Mayo over midfield. Lugs it up. Up to Pease. Pease almost overran it. Pease not able to get it through Alexa Kakimo. Kakimo, ooh, she goes down. Her stick goes flying. Everybody's okay. Kakimo hops back up. Gets back into the play. A whistle, they're going to bring it back over midfield, back in Meso territory. 2-0. Savage and Quinn, the Skowhegan goals. Up the near side to Bell. You haven't heard her name called much today. Bell, who's got that great motor, just not involved at all. Here's Dodge. Dodge belts it up. Mayo left it for Quinn. Quinn over to Haney. Haney didn't get much on it. It does roll in. They're going to bring it back. Coming down to 8 minutes to go in the third. 2-0 Skowhegan. Messalonskee needs to score the next one. Flipped up. Comes down. Eagles try to make a play. Stopped, though, by Sedalia Savage. Savage rides it up. Spins. Nice little pirouette. Smacks it up. Pass there right on the stick of Olivia White. White at the line, blown dead. It's going to go to Messo. Restart here for Wrigley. 7.5 to go. Wrigley. Near side for Gilbert. Trying to get it past White. Does to Kakamo. Kakamo over midfield. Tried to get the pass to Bell. Didn't connect. It's going to stay with Messo, though, on the restart. All right, restarting it. Zoe Gilbert, the junior. Gilbert looking it over. Going to take it in. Over to Kakamo. Kakamo picked off by Mayo. Mayo rides it up. Mayo, not much on it. Got it over midfield. Swept right back. It goes through White. Kakamo had to let it go. Now Sophie Noyes will begin it.
It got up on her stick and then ended up hitting her, which means it goes the other way.
Noyes to White. Messalonskee with possession. It's going to go to the Skowhegan Riverhawks, though, on the restart. Here is Quinn.
And watch for Quinn just try and drive this in, get inside the circle, and get a whistle.
Now, she's going to carry it in. Tries to power it through. We had a whistle. It's going to go to Messo on the restart.
Went against her. She's looking to get inside that circle, get a whistle, and get a penalty corner.
Smacked up by the Eagles, looking to turn it up. It's Ventimiglia, one of their best offensive players. Hafford runs up ahead of the pack. Bell is there, but Skowhegan, Sedalia Savage there to stop the play, as she has done a million times before. Skowhegan brings Deja Alberico in.
That's one of the things Mike and I have talked about, or for sure been asked, right? Who do you think? We got so many. Maddie Niles, Sedalia Savage, Abby Morrow. Who do you think the best player is? I think Sedalia Savage, will tell you this, is the best all-around player, and I don't think it's close.
Yeah. Abby Morrow, by the way, congrats. She did break the record. 97 career goals now, breaking the all-time record held by Megan Lane. It goes back to 1988, by the way.
Good feeling she's going to raise that. The next person who's going to have to try and make an attempt at that's going to have to get into triple digits.
I think so.
For a career.
One of the best players we have ever seen.
She's got that it factor to take over in the right moments.
Deja Alberico. Not too shabby herself. Alberico down the right side. Trying to center it. Does. Top of the circle. Right there is Mayo. Mayo in on the backhander. Nothing on it. Swept out by Messalonskee. Eagles get it out.
Break there for Messalonskee. That was a heck of a drive by Alberico to get that set up.
But you see, even when they get it out, Dodge is there to stop it. They're going to get it on the restart, but it allows Skowhegan to get back into the play. Messalonskee's just not been able to have any sustained pressure. A couple of flurries, one in the first, one here earlier in the third, and that's it as we approach 4.5 minutes left in the third. It's 2-0 Skowhegan. Eagles need to score next. Inside the circle, Savage made the play. Kaori Kenyon's out of the net. Now she sees the ball. She slides over. Messalonskee slides it out. Ooh, a swing and a miss by Ellie Quinn. I could feel the air up here.
No joke. That was a great chance there for Messo. Skowhegan initially, you saw there in the replay, just couldn't get it out, but they just couldn't find it. They couldn't find the ball.
Gilbert, and we've got a...
This could be a penalty corner?
Yeah. Which is odd from where the ball was, but again, I'm not exactly...
I think you see that occasionally on those restarts if you crowd them too much.
Knowledgeable in the rules. I might have mentioned that before. So a penalty corner here. Let's see. 4 for the game now.
For the Eagles.
For the Messalonskee Eagles. The masks are on and we are ready. Eagles need to score. Down 2-0. Goes through to Bain. Look at Messalonskee turning, shooting in front. It's blocked. The rebound is there, and we're going to get another one. Well, Bain eventually was able to get that ball knocked down and fired one, and there was an open net there.
Yeah, Dodge, I think, got a piece of that. And Ventimiglia, I think, I'll take a look, but Ventimiglia got that close to picking up a rebound.
All right. Here comes Messalonskee. To Bain. Bain, back down low. Sliding in front. Caught and cleared by Skowhegan. They get it out of the circle, and they're going to get it on the restart. Trying to hit that ball with a mask on is not an easy thing to do. And a fan job there and a steal by Ventimiglia. Now, Lillian Smith is able to get rid of that mask. However, it's going to be a restart here for Zoe Gilbert and Messalonskee. They're going to bring the ball back. Not far, though. So good opportunity here. Down low to Bell. Bell just lets it go there for Gilbert. Gilbert back to Bell. Bell sweeps it in front, blocked by Skowhegan. Again, blocks Savage with a sweep check there to block it, and another penalty corner is coming.
I think that was eventually found its way. I think you see here, Hafford in front, just couldn't get anything on it. Get the penalty corner, but that backside was open. Smith was standing there, but she had a chance to bury that backside.
2 minutes to go in the third. 2-zip Skowhegan. Masks on, another penalty corner for Messalonskee.
Third one in rather rapid succession.
Signal. All right, they go to the top. Bell lets it roll. It rolls in! No, it did not. It was blocked wide. Boy, I thought that was going in.
I think it caught a... Take a look here.
Boy, my...
Ooh. Kenyon got a piece of that, but I think Dodge gets credit for that. I think it's going to end up as a penalty shot.
Let's see.
Because
it is.
I'd say it caught Dodge.
It is. Elsie Bell's going to get a penalty shot. So it's Bell against Kenyon, and Messalonskee with a great opportunity to get on the scoreboard. First they need a ball, which the official, Rod Hill, runs down behind the net. So it'll be Bell versus Kenyon and a chance to get Messalonskee on the scoreboard. Bell tees it up. Signal. Shot. Score!
How about that? Bell had the blast on the penalty corner, and it was Dodge in goal, got a piece of it. So Skowhegan initially celebrated, but I think didn't catch stick, caught body, and that was penalty shot. So Eagles find a way to chip away and get one.
So 13:30 of the third. Elsie Bell on a penalty shot. And it's 2-1 Skowhegan.
How about that flurry?
And the screws have tightened. Paula Dowdy getting an explanation from the referee on just why the penalty shot occurred. And Bell buried it.
Again, we had a pretty good shot from the Mid-State Machine replay. I think it's because Dodge standing in the goal, the shot contacted her body.
Okay. Rules interpreter A.J. Knight with a determination.
Trying to do what I can.
Thanks to the Mid-State Machine replay.
Well, I got to have something to do because clearly with the Mid-State Machine replay, I don't need to use my eyes very much.
Jaden Dodge back to Sedalia Savage. Savage over midfield to Haney. Haney looking to break. Stopped by Messo. Let's see if this penalty shot sparks Messalonskee.
That's Perkins, was it not, that just took a swipe of that for the first time?
Let's see.
Nope, I was wrong. It was Mayo.
No, Perkins is still on the bench. 45 seconds to go in the third. A stuff there by Skowhegan.
That was a nice play.
And a stick out of the hands of Quinn. It'll stay with Messo. Up the sideline, Zoe Gilbert. Stopped by Jaden Dodge. Kakamo right there, too.
Pace has picked up a frenetic nature, has it not?
Gilbert, yep. A sense of urgency. Gilbert stuffed. Good play by Noyes. Gilbert sticks with it. On the backside, Deja Albarico. Boy, some great stick handling down low.
No joke. I don't know how that didn't go out of bounds.
By Zoe Gilbert. Now back to Skowhegan. Now back to Gilbert. Down to 8 seconds left. Gilbert smacks it inside the circle. Kenyon kicks it out. It is loose there. None is there to get possession of it. And that is the frenetic end of the third period. The score at the end of 3 from Skowhegan. The Riverhawks 2, the Messalonskee Eagles 1. You're watching and listening to high school field hockey on The Score.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
At Height Chevrolet at Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Height Chevy. Height Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Height family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
Our third quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. In the third, each team scoring. Ellie Quinn at 247, literally batting it out of the air, 2-0 Skowhegan. And then Messalonskee got the break that they needed. A penalty shot awarded. Elsie Bell took it. Elsie Bell buried it at 13:30 to make it 2-1. Penalty corners in the third, 3 for Messalonskee for a total of 6 in the game, 2 for Skowhegan for a game total of 9. Our third quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan.
Bell set that up, had a great shot. Looked like she was just robbed of a goal. Almost actually flashes, Mike, that what ended up being a penalty shot for Jaden Dodge was flashes of what Roderick did for Winslow the other night when we had Waterville-Winslow soccer.
Yep.
Which is arguably one of the best plays I have ever seen in the time that you
Braden
and I have
Roderick,
broadcast.
a non-goaltender, made a great save.
That is an understatement. But it felt like at the end there, Skowhegan back on their heels a little bit as the pace really got frenetic.
All right. Adriana Pettengill down to our right. Kayori Kenyon down to our left. Skowhegan with a ball. Fourth quarter underway, 2-1. Skowhegan over Messalonskee in a matchup of these two great field hockey programs. Restart here. Here's Wrigley.
I mean, goes without saying, this very much could be the region final championship here in 2 weeks.
Up to Elsie Bell, who scored. Elsie on the restart. That's Kakamo right behind her. Fanned on that. Stolen by Skowhegan right on the sidelines. Pass just barely up to Deja Alberico, and a restart for Messalonskee. It'll be Wrigley. Not much on the pass. Wrigley got it back. Overran it, got it back. And stuffed. Going to Skowhegan is there. As Deja Alberico got in the way, slowed it down. Got the ball on the restart, but it's stopped by Chloe Mishu. Stuff job to Mayo. That's a dangerous play. It'll go to Messalonskee. Here's Gilbert. Zoe Gilbert. Double team. Zoe comes away with it. They give it to her on the restart. 2-1. Little momentum swing. Let's see if Skowhegan can withstand it or if Messalonskee can keep it going.
Messalonskee doing a lot of moving left to right, not north and south right now.
Bain smokes it in right there in the circle. It's picked up by Hafford. Can't do anything with it. Restart, though, for Skowhegan.
Of course, that was the big solution to moving it north and south. Lexus Bain will move it north and south in a hurry.
Well, that one scoots out of bounds. That's going to go to Messo. Oh, great play by that fan. Stop that loose ball. That's a fan who's engaged.
I like the play. Just saying, if he's a Skowhegan fan, he actually did Messo a favor because like more time going to run off.
Allowed him to get a quick restart.
Yeah.
All right, that's out. And the ref almost made a play there.
Starting to feel, again, Skowhegan feel a little bit back on their heels, not quite as crisp as we saw them through most of the first 3 quarters.
We had a domination situation going on. Wrigley fakes. And now we don't.
I mean, it took until 3 minutes left in the third for Messo to get their first shot on goal. That's how much Messo was dominating.
That's a great play there by Ellie Quinn in the middle of the field. Quinn got it back from Alberico. Stopped by Messalonskee. Back it goes, but it's going to go to Skowhegan on the restart. 12.5 to go in regulation. These teams went double overtime on September 24th in a game we had on the score. Will it happen again? We're going to find out. Noise inside the circle. Rolls up. Stopped by Messo. Cleared left side, but it tips off the stick there and out of bounds off Elsie Bell.
These teams went to double overtime. The final score, that 2-1. Both these teams went to overtime against Brewer. Skowhegan lost 3-2. Messo won 3-2.
Noise. Dodge. Back it goes to Messalonskee, trying to walk the tightrope on the sidelines there. Hafford, nope. Inside, stopped by Skowhegan. The turn by Quinn rolled it wide.
I don't know if she thought someone was there or maybe it was just, again, trying to feed it through to an area and just didn't get it exactly where she wanted.
11 and a half left in regulation. Wrigley, whoops, that one almost went backwards. Not the way she intended. I would call that a misfire.
That is a big unforced error.
Yeah.
Skowhegan the ball deep.
Noise blocked by Hafford. Hafford swept it up. Going to have a restart, for Elsie Bell and Messalonskee. Bell, who's got their goal on a penalty shot, tries to walk the sidelines, can't. And Jaden Dodge will restart it. Dodge smacks it in, rolls through, and it rolls wide.
And nobody could get a piece of that, and all of a sudden then Pease was looking to get a piece of it. Messalonskee catching a break there. Pease feasts on those kind of opportunities.
There's Wrigley. That aerial, not getting much distance on it. A lot of height. Stolen by Mayo. Grace Mayo working it. Taken back, though, by Zoe Gilbert. Gilbert, middle of the field, up the right side to Sophia Ventimiglia. Trying to keep it in, and she can't. Smacked down.
If you're Messalonskee, I think you've got to find some offense here in a hurry because as you sort of go back into this pace, this lets Skowhegan kind of catch their breath and sort of refocus, whereas you had them on their heels there for a little bit.
Quinn to Sedalia Savage. Those two have the goals today. Great move by Savage. Look out, Savage. Stick handles to the inside. Now goes to the forehand and it's knocked away.
That was a diving poke check there to make sure that one didn't get any further. It was a heck of a play after a great drive.
Dodge. Lost it. Bell up the near side. Elsie able to keep it in bounds. Trying to get it up and ahead. Slowed down by Lillian Smith. Oh, Messalonskee very upset with the call. Katie Brand can't believe it. She lost in her request to have the call change.
Tough call. It's close. I think based on what my initial thought, I thought it was going Messalonskee's way.
All right, that's out, way out, far side into the crowd. Starts for Charlotte Haney. 9:15 to go. Haney to the edge of the circle to Quinn. It rolls in. It's cleared out. Far side. Messalonskee jumps on it. Eagles with a chance to break it out. Some room up there on the far side up to Ventimiglia. Stopped, though, at midfield. Ventimiglia stuffed on the play. Excellent defense by Lillian Smith. She clogged the lane up there. Tick, tick, tick. 8:50 to go in regulation. 2-1 Skowhegan. Messalonskee scored on a penalty shot to make it 2-1. The Eagles looking for the equalizer. Restart midfield. Lexus Bain. Bain with a big stick. Drives it up. Stopped there by Mayo, but it gets through. Messalonskee. No. White is there to stop it. White took it away from Ventimiglia. Restart here, and it's out of bounds by Haney.
Unforced error there for Skowhegan. A break for Messo because it looked like Ventimiglia was going to be able to push that one through into the circle. Ref time, I believe I heard.
Yeah, I think is the ball caught up out there?
I think it got rolled under a chair and sort of disappeared.
Might have gone onto the field beyond. Yeah, it did. It literally rolled through the fence. And a fan has it. We got a new ball in the meantime. And a restart here for Bain. Bain blocked. Bain again. Inside the circle. Rolls all the way through. Rolls wide of Kaori Kenyon. 8 minutes left.
Man, even with 8 minutes, you just wonder, especially the pace kind of slowed back down, how many more chances Messo's really going to get to take a crack at it.
Savage past a Noise. Goes through Sophie and up the right side to Deja Alberico. Deja rides it up. Deja over the line. Wrigley right there to make sure. Going to stay with Skowhegan. Alberico, edge of the circle, swept out. That'll go back to Skowhegan on the restart. As Noise will bring it right in. Nope, she's going to leave it for a dodge. Jaden. Little stick handle, tries to go deep. Elsie Bell there, Wrigley there. Slowed down, and Bell gets it on the restart. Sedalia Savage stops it. Over to Dodge. Dodge with a nice move, goes around Bell. Restart for Skowhegan. Under 7 minutes, inside the circle. Goes through, tipped, right there in front. Quinn can't get a stick on it. Cleared up by Messalonskee. Bell trying to headman it to Addie Hafford, couldn't get it through. Sedalia Savage back with it, and a restart's going to go to Messalonskee. And the Eagles really need, with 6.5 to go, some offensive chances.
Understatement, big time.
They just need to get some sustained pressure.
And also, shout out Gilbert, who's played a heck of a defensive second half.
She's everywhere. Haney at midfield. Haney and Ventimiglia going for it. Charlotte Haney. Savage and Hafford collide. Restart sliding in the first base there with Sophia Ventimiglia. She's all right. Savage whacks it up all the way through. That's going to go out.
A chance for Messo here. Should get possession back, but it's like I said, especially once Messo they had that kind of Skowhegan on the ropes. The pace sort of slowed back down. Felt like then you're going to let Skowhegan get back into their defensive comfort and just really just sort of slowly choke this one away.
All right, Wrigley. Near side to Bell. Kind of closed her in. Bell up the near side, taken away by Noyes. Noyes to Deja Alberico. Alberico going on Wrigley. Alberico takes it deep. Now brings it back. Tries to stick handle. Wrigley pokes it away. Backhands it up the sideline. It's going to go back to Skowhegan on the restart. Noyes angles it in. Swept out? No. And it's a penalty corner here for Skowhegan.
And what a big possession this is about to be with under 5 minutes to go.
Let's see, 7-9, number 10 for Skowhegan in the game.
They've tried a few different things, Mike, but with this point, right, 2-1, looking for the game icing goal, got to go to number 1. Number 1 has to be the point person to take this shot.
Ellie Quinn will distribute. And number 1 being Sedalia Savage. First girl on the edge of the circle. She gets it. Savage blasts it. It's wide. Well, they got it to her.
And I like the play call. You got a chance for her to put that in, and then also you had Quinn and Pease in that general vicinity to try and get a deflection.
4:10 to go. Messalonskee clears it out. However, Laura Nunn on the restart, the freshman whacks it in. Slowed down at midfield. Quinn trying to grab it, does. Fanned on the pass, but it sweeps through anyway up to Deja Alberico. Alberico turns. Alberico really carries that ball well. Alberico goes wide. Alberico cuts to the middle. Ball is knocked free by Miranda Wrigley. It's going to go to Messo.
Alberico's really had a good game. I would be curious to go back and see how many of those penalty corners she's responsible for because she just carried the ball into the circle. All
right, up the near side, unable to reach it, was Kakamo. It's going to go back to Skowhegan. Tick, 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 3:20. Savage. Over to Dodge. Dodge up to Alberico. Alberico hugging that sideline. Alberico being very deliberate, trying to go on Kakamo. Goes deep, gets pushed. Penalty corner? Yep.
Ooh. Another chance, obviously, offensively for Skowhegan, but more importantly, clock doesn't stop, right? So you're not in a rush here. You can burn quick, easy 20 seconds.
2:45.
As you see them huddle up, and I wouldn't be in a rush either.
Tick, tick, tick. Quinn slowly walking to the end line. Now a little bit more purpose in her step, and she sets it down. We are set. Here it is, up top to Mayo. Mayo backhands it back to Savage. Savage, little bobble on it. Savage, the handle. Savage, stick handles back to the net. Savage trying to back in, poke checked away from her. Savage sticks with it, though, and a lot of precious time, about 30 seconds in total on that penalty corner.
I think it's a heads-up play there, Mike, from Savage. You realize the timing got thrown off, and as opposed to forcing a shot, I'm just going to play keep away as long as I can.
All right, Bain on a restart, hustling up. Smacks it up. Inside the circle, goes right through Lillian Smith, but it's going to go to Skowhegan on the restart. We're down to 1:40.
I think got too high on that and that free hit.
Laura Nunn gets it up to midfield. Actually, that's where the restart will happen. That's Haney. Haney smokes it in. It goes wide.
That was some solid contact right there.
But it's a time waster. And it's going to take a heck of a play for Messalonskee to get the equalizer here. Pass up the left side to Kakamo. Kakamo to the middle by Noyes. Kakamo trying to get it there to Chloe Massey. Now it's swept up briefly by Zoe Gilbert. Back in the zone, though, by Skowhegan. Down to 50. Stick handling is Deja Albarico. Albarico does this well. Look how deliberate. She knows about the clock and how it is on Skowhegan's side.
And this is classic hockey, lacrosse field hockey. What do? Go find a corner in the opposing offensive end, and just if you lose it there, they have to go the entire length of the field.
You rag it. And right now, even if Skowhegan were to give up the ball right now, which they just did, you don't have time to get it down the field and score. 18 seconds, it would be miraculous. They got to restart it, got to throw it back. The clock is at 10, and the Skowhegan Riverhawks are going to even the season series against Messalonskee. And there's the horn. You think this is a big game? Look at Skowhegan rush onto the field and mob their goaltender, Kaori Kenyon, who frankly had a very light day in goal today for the Skowhegan Riverhawks. Really, the only action she had was the penalty shot.
Right before that, on a penalty corner, she made a save, got a little bit of a deflection, and then Dodge actually stopped what initially been a goal, and then Bell got the penalty shot. But yeah, pretty light day. But again, that's what we talked about pregame. When it comes down to it, curious to see how much seasoning she's gotten, just because this is how Skowhegan plays. You just don't get a lot of chances against them.
You do not. Final score in this one. In regulation this time, the Skowhegan Riverhawks 2 and the Messalonskee Eagles 1. We'll come back with our fourth quarter breakdown and our score player of the game next on The Score.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a bi-weekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
For the safety of you and your family, 201 Tire Battery and Service on Riverside Drive in Vassalboro offers only the best and most reliable tires and batteries, including used batteries for your ride, cars, motorcycles, and more. And tires for everything. Tractors, lawnmowers, your car and truck, custom rims? Yup, of course. Open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 until 5, Friday till 3. Pet friendly with free battery testing and complimentary ice cream. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta Vassalboro line.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. you can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost. And for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our score crew back here live post-game now, and it's time for our fourth quarter breakdown. It's brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Well, after a very eventful third quarter, a rather uneventful fourth quarter where Skowhegan played a big 15-minute game of keep away. The penalty corners in the fourth, 2-0 in favor of Skowhegan. No goals scored in the fourth quarter. When the Messalonskee Eagles needed to turn it on and get the pressure that they needed, Skowhegan was able to keep them at bay. And as I mentioned, it was basically a glorified game of keep away for Skowhegan in the fourth quarter, and they executed perfectly.
Yeah, I thought, so they get the goal. Messalonskee obviously gets the goal in the third. I thought they had Skowhegan a little bit on their heels. We get the quarter break. It's 2-1. You go in the fourth. I thought Messalonskee had a couple chances there. And then, like I said, I thought after that, game kind of went back to where it was sort of kind of back and field in the midfield because Skowhegan wasn't really trying to push as much. And I thought that they let Skowhegan sort of regather themselves, and then they just went back to their defensive structure and were able to sort of just salt the game away.
So our fourth quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan. The first period in this one, no goals scored. Skowhegan with a 4-1 edge in penalty corners as they started to dominate early on. In the second, Sedalia Savage scored off a penalty corner at 3:26. That made it 1-0. The penalty corners in the second, 3-2 for Skowhegan, 7-3 for the half. Shots on goal in the first half, 4 for Skowhegan, none for the Messalonskee Eagles. In the third, Ellie Quinn scored at 2:47 to make it 2-0 before Elsie Bell scored at 13:30 on a penalty shot. She buried it by Kaori Kenyon. That made it 2-1 at the end of 3. The penalty corners after 3, 9-6. No scoring in the fourth quarter, 11-6 the final penalty corner tally in favor of Skowhegan. That leads us to our score player of the game, which is brought to you by Flagship Cinemas. Consistent pricing and a premium that is cinema experience, and she is Ellie Quinn of the Skowhegan Riverhawks with a goal and just some terrific play from end to end.
Yeah, I thought Quinn constantly has these stretches in, I think this is the fourth game we've seen them this season. Obviously, she's been around for a minute, and we'll see Skowhegan into the postseason. But Quinn has these stretches where you and I, as much as I think sometimes Savage is sort of the face, so to speak, of this Skowhegan, the iteration of this Skowhegan team, Quinn has these stretches where you and I will say she didn't score, there's no stats that we registered, but she was the best player in that quarter. Yeah. And I think you saw that again in stretches. The first highlight there, you saw a really great play by her. Here's the one that didn't count as the sticks too high. That was a deflection. She didn't get poetic justice, as you'll see her goal here if you're watching us on YouTube, as this one gets up, and she's able to knock that one in after Savage puts it up off the post. I think Pettingill got a piece of it. But Quinn just does a little bit of everything. I think she had some really nice defensive plays. Her and Pease are a really deadly combination. It feels like multiple times a game there's a couple that are either A, goals, or B, you're like, man, that was right there again. That team was not paying attention defensively, and it was just this.
So congrats to Ellie Quinn, our Flagship Cinemas player of the game. Maine hockey tonight, radio, audio only. Black Bears in Quinnipiac as Maine tries to take that series. They won 2-1 last night. Pre-game 7 o'clock tonight, game time 7:30. With John Shields on the call along with Larry Mahoney. We're back at it Monday afternoon in Winslow for field hockey as the Erskine Academy Eagles take on the Winslow Black Raiders. Game time is 3:30.
Just wanted to say real quick before we get out of here, I believe we have to thank
our friends at the Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, right? We certainly want to make sure that we do. The dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks always cost you less, online at cmautogroup.com. So, we've thanked everybody we've had to thank, and that's going to do it for us. For Mr. and Mrs. Rigney, for AJ Knight, I am Mike Violet saying so long from Skowhegan Area Memorial High School. A great one here this morning between Skowhegan and Messalonskee. Final score in this one, Skowhegan Riverhawks 2, Messalonskee Eagles 1.
You've been watching yet another live local broadcast of high school sports on The Score. It's brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Mid-State Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, Assistance Plus, SBS Carbon Copy, Manchester Motors, Casella Waste, Computer Improvements, Height Chevrolet, 201 Service Skowhegan, Connected Credit Union, KVFCU, Skowhegan Savings Bank, Skowhegan Tire Center, KMD Driving School, and Flagship Cinemas. Every game we do on The Score is always available for you to watch again or have someone else watch for the first time. All of our games are stored in the vault at centralmainsports.com and also on The Score's YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Please go and subscribe. To find out when the next game is on The Score, check out our game schedule at 1160thescore.com or centralmainsports.com. Your team from your town plays here on The Place for Local Sports.